Hey, David here. I know that there is a debate going on right now around the world because of what is happening in America following yet another untimely, unfair, and justified death of another young black man who has died brutally at the hands of law enforcement. And there is a lot of anger flying around, and I believe as a leader in the community, I feel the need, I feel compelled to voice out regarding this matter. Dr. King once said that one of the worst things that could happen is when people who know the right thing to do keep quiet. Not that I have the answers, but I just want to bring a balance to the situation. I don't think there is anything I can say right now that will appease any one group of people. I could sit here and be enraged about the injustice, including racial injustice, that has been done and still is being done towards people of color. At the same time, the more I magnify that, I could also be accused of magnifying the other side of the thing, where am I saying we should then hate the white people that look different from us. And so after going through all different scenarios, including looking at what is happening with the rioting and all the anger that is going on and the looting of shops, I could sit here and condemn that as just common theft and crime. And at the same time, somebody would accuse me of not really understanding the anger that some of these people are feeling. And obviously, I myself have been a victim of racial injustice as well as racism, even here in the United Kingdom. So this is not just an American problem. This is a global problem, a global issue that requires all of us to unite and stand together in the fight against injustice of any kind. But I refuse to look at it only from the lens of one's color, because to magnify that would be to justify what basically is supposed to be the perception that we are picked on because of what we look like. And so if I'm going to retaliate and look at the other opposite side of things, then I will probably find myself walking in anger myself and hating somebody based on their color. I know that there are good black people out there. There are good white people out there. And so for me to literally narrow this down to race and color would be to miss the whole point. And I believe, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest issue here is the heart. It is all about the condition of the human heart, and that is why I coming here as somebody who is a pastor. I would like to appeal to you guys, my friends, my family, wherever you are. The greatest and best thing we can do. Yes, we need to act. We cannot continue to stay silent. But hopefully, we act accordingly, and without doing even a worse thing, or if there is any such word, without exasperating the situation, making it worse by repaying evil for evil. My prayer is that we look to God to help us find the courage to be able to look evil in the eye and still do the right thing. Be able to look evil in the eye and still stay sober and remain sane. If you like, have a holy indignation that doesn't involve bringing ourselves to the same level of ignorance, because I don't believe it is necessarily a color issue. I think it's more of an ignorance issue, misinformation and a lack of education. And I'm not talking about degrees that you acquired from university. I'm talking about wisdom. I'm talking about understanding. Only a small man, only a small woman treats somebody differently because of what they look like. It's because you are inferior and you don't know who you are, and as a result you try to find meaning and usefulness and importance in belittling somebody else. If only you would understand, whoever you are that wants to walk in racism and anything like that, any form of discrimination, the greatest thing that we can ever do is pray and ask God for wisdom, ask God for guidance, ask God to help anybody who doesn't know any better. People that perpetrate these kind of crimes are just ignorant, misinformed or uninformed, or just literally oblivious of common humanity and decency, and they just don't know any better. If anything, I feel sorry for the racist. I feel sorry for anybody who magnifies one's color. And I refuse to do so. I could be angry and hate anybody that looks different from me, but I'm not different from the people that are committing these crimes right now the moment I do that. And so I choose forgiveness. I choose to rise above. But we will not tolerate this injustice forever. It has gone on long enough. This is nothing new. I have faced some of these injustices myself, living in the Western world for some time now. It has been sung about in songs for years. Dr. King was killed for it. Many other people, Malcolm X and other people that came before us. If you go to South Africa, Nelson Mandela fought this, and Winnie and Oliver Tambo and several other people. Kenneth Kaunda fought this thing, and it's been going on for a long time. And so we refuse to just sit down and accept it, but at the same time we refuse to lower ourselves to the point where we are acting as ignorant and as foolish as the person that perpetrates these things. Now, to those of my brothers and sisters who are angry and have acted out of anger, I can totally understand where that anger is coming from. However, I am praying that you will restrain yourselves and that you will, by God's grace, find it within yourselves to be calm and to find comfort. Only God can give that. No politician can give us that. No news media can give that, but God can. And when we do that, we should still stand together in solidarity and fight this thing and speak up against it. And whatever needs to be done, if there are some laws that needs to be changed, if perpetrators need to be dealt with in a different way, in fact, not if, they should be. If anybody commits a crime, it doesn't matter whether he's wearing a uniform or not, they should answer to the law, because that is what it's there for. However, my biggest prayer is that there will be a change of heart in all of us, black, white, yellow, whatever color you are. May God minister to you, that your heart will be turned, that you will look at another human being as exactly that, another human being, and nothing less and nothing more. So I am not for white supremacy. I am not for black supremacy. I am for just humanity, because I believe, as it has been said over the years, that all men are created equal in the eyes of God, and that is how we should live our lives. May God bring peace to this world, not only because of the pandemic that is going on, but because of the unrest right now that is happening in America and now in other parts of the world. I believe London has joined in with the protests, and as long as we keep that peaceful, thank God that the voice is going out, and lives will be changed, and our future will look different. Our children and our grandchildren will enjoy a better Western world, if you like, a better world generally, because racism exists everywhere, not just in America or in Britain. And so my prayer is that God will turn the hearts of men and also the hearts of governments, that laws will be put in place to protect everybody, not just black people, but everybody, all of humanity. And I will leave it here for now, but I am appealing to you to stay calm and pray. Don't be silent. Let us speak out. Let us take this out of society. It stinks, it is horrible, it is sad, and it should not exist in our world today. However, let us do so out of love and out of courage, not out of necessarily just anger. Yes, we are allowed to be angry because it is normal. However, let us not bring ourselves to the same level where these people are, where they treat other people as inhuman. We will choose to repay evil with good, but we will not be silent. We will speak up, and we will do what needs to be done and what needs to be said. And hopefully the laws can be changed in different lands, and mindsets more than anything can be changed. We need a mind shift, and only God can help us with that, because these are matters of the heart and more of a question of re-education, so people can be re-educated to look at a fellow human being differently. God bless you, and stay safe, and I'm praying that God will surround you with a shield of protection wherever you are. Love you guys. Speak to you soon. Ciao for now. Ciao, ciao.